Massive barrage of rockets coming in here, not too far from.
Incoming rocket fire here.
You could hear explosions as ABC's Matt Gutman sprinted for shelter.
7 seconds to go in the shelter. That's all you have.
CNN's Clarissa Ward hit the deck, but kept up her live report.
Forgive me, I have a slightly unelegant position, but we have just had a massive barrage of rockets coming in here, not too far from us.
And NBC's Richard Engel also had to hug the sidewalk door.
Yeah.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. We live
all the way.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view.
It's time for your Tuesday night politics fix, if you will.
I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother.
And this is Hoodview Politics. HVP. Welcome. For anybody that's new, subscribe. We appreciate that a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Follow and subscribe.
ASAP.
Do all three. Like, follow, and subscribe.
Now we got a war going on overseas, Israel.
That's wild shit over there.
We got congressmen getting caught up in fraud.
Well, he already knew he was a fraud. He just got more fraud.
It's just so much going on right now, baby. What's been going on? As you've been going through. First of all, we beat that ass. These Chicago Bears is my team. Commanders is his team.
Sure is.
And we beat the brakes off that ass. Yes, we did.
It might be the only win they get this season, but
beat the brakes off them.
It would be against us.
We beat the brakes off them. You know what I'm saying? That nice win, but we had Magic Johnson saying some little slick shit afterwards, so we don't know how that's gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
How the fuck y'all lose to somebody that lost? 14 in a row.
No, that's
Y'all
beside.
motherfuckers ain't won the game in almost a whole fucking calendar year.
No, we ain't. Good once or twice every time.
Twice a day.
Now, everybody know by now. Hamas sneak attacks.
Yeah, that was some dirty shit right there. And the dirtiest part of it ain't even the motherfucking sneak attack. It's the shit they did afterwards and shit. They doing now. The beheading of kids and babies and shit. Y'all snatching up old people in wheelchairs and shit. Killing people and shit in the street and dragging bodies through the street. That shit ain't cool. That's some wild shit. The shit that went on at the music festival. Y'all just went up in there and just started killing people. I mean,
see, that's the part of motherfucking terrorists that makes it difficult because, like, from the ancient times, is a group of people that represent your country, and they do the fighting. And it's off limits to be fucking around with people that has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
That was about to be my point. Is
now you got it where they just shooting motherfuckers. They ain't like paying no attention. They just dancing.
I mean, you going up in the houses, you raping women in front of their children and in front of their husbands. Then you fucking parading the women that you raped out in the streets. That shit ain't cool. That's some bitch shit for real. Because if you going after the Israeli military, if you going after Mossad, or if you going after one of them motherfuckers, that's one thing. That's one thing entirely. But to go up and it's reported is these motherfuckers then beheaded 40 babies, upwards of 40 babies. That's a line you don't cross.
I mean, and not only that, they raping moms.
They raping, man. You see, I mean, you see the it was one lady they was putting on, they was dragging out. They had just throwing her in the truck. The one that she basically defecated on herself. She basically shit herself. She had shit all over her pants. They had
leaking anus.
Yes, they had women. They had raped women. They are raping women over there, and they got blood and shit running out their vaginas and shit, and they parading these women in the street like you did something slim. Whoever y'all is over there, that's some bitch shit. That's some shit a cold bitch would do.
True.
Ain't no, you don't get no, how the fuck you get respect? You think you get respect on the world stage? Remember that motherfucker over there was cutting off motherfucking Americans' heads and was sending them motherfucking videos over here after he beheaded that reporter, and I think he beheaded somebody else, and then they sent a drone over there on that ass.
Oh yeah.
Was it Obama that sent that drone over there? I think it was.
Might have been.
Oh, might have been. It was Bush or Obama, one of them, because Obama sent a lot of drones over there too.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view, you know? Representation of black people.
You got to keep him in like that.
We don't know
who represent some dirty shit going on over there. You don't tell them what these Hamas motherfuckers would do.
Exactly.
So that's some just.
Now, look, this has been going on for a while, right?
This shit been going on forever.
Yeah, like every president be dealing with the Gaza. everything with Israel. And the last person that really did anything, Obama and motherfucker, most of them did a little something, right?
Well,
But the last one was Obama when they made the deal where you just stay there, motherfucker, you stay here. You know what I'm saying, dog?
mhm.
But I'm gonna tell you now, Israel didn't go by these rules, bro.
Well, first of all, let's get one thing straight. This shit been going on since the beginning of time, and anybody who's read the Bible or anybody knows their Bible knows that to swap the land. This is some cold-blooded shit.
I know, yeah. I mean,
This is some cold-blooded shit.
I think most of that right there, when they do that, it's hard to do anything with that, right? Like, you can't just, it's not an army. There's no place to go to get them. They hide in places, right?
Right.
So it's tough. You know what I'm saying? That's a
But
tough
see,
deal to
thing
work with.
is, it's so complicated over there because Hamas is running the country. They are the government in Palestine. And they are also listed by this country and several other countries. They are a terrorist organization. But they are an organization that don't give a fuck about their own people. Because they're using their own people as shields in this war. And the Gaza Strip, it's only like,
Bro, when you just run up to somebody dancing or some shit that has
Right.
nothing to do with anything, I don't know how you defend that.
you don't.
It's hard to defend that.
And me personally, I think anything they get, they deserve.
I mean, this is Hamas. They ain't giving a fuck about you. What's your penalty for them? They don't give a
You
fuck.
gotta do them a kill.
They gonna kill themselves before you do anything.
Okay, because they was doing that anyway. Because did you see the motherfuckers that hang glided into the country? They showed the motherfuckers on these hang glider type things. These motherfuckers were coming in the country.
I mean, this is the funniest thing about these terrorist groups, right? Every country they pass these bills to spend millions and millions of dollars on defense, right? And these terrorist groups do shoestring budget joints and shock them. For example, 9/11, shoestring budget. They ain't pay a fucking thing to get up in that plane and just run that motherfucker into the motherfucking building. Not a dime.
No,
Same thing with these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They flying in and coming. Don't forget, they came in on sea, air, and land.
Yeah.
Something they've never done before.
But they still need money because they need weapons and you.
But what are they coming with? Cheapest shit you could possibly come with.
It's what the fuck they call it? It's basically just straight up guerrilla warfare.
So on ground they come with motherfucking just
go
go get what's the name joints to just ride on these joints.
They got some guns, cut a hole in the fence, come in there with some trucks and some motorcycles.
Get some regular kites we fly with, and just that's the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, shit, like
it's the cheapest possible. One way I applaud their creativity with no money. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of niggas, right? But on the other hand, it gotta be a defense where this cheap shit cannot, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. They killed like 700, 1,200 motherfucking Israel.
You got the same shit. You got the same shit in this country. You got the same shit in this country. When you go to these motherfuckers, you go up in these mountains and these motherfucking redneck ass states and these hillbillies in these fucking mountains and these fucking militias, they doing it, they plotting and working with the same shit that Hamas and groups like Al Qaeda and back in the day, people like Abu Nadal and all these motherfuckers, they working the same way they working. Because look at the Oklahoma City bomb. Take the Oklahoma City bomb. These motherfuckers went and made the motherfucking truck bomb. They got the fertilizer and all the other shit that you needed, and they pulled up in a motherfucking U-Haul truck and blew the whole motherfucking face off the building. So you got the same things that these mofos doing. When that's the same thing these domestic terrorists is doing. The same thing these mass shooters is doing.
You make my point.
Right. I'm with you.
You made my point. Yeah, exactly. It's like you spend millions of dollars, and all you do is pull up in a U-Haul with some bombs in it and just let that thing fly.
Right.
But the only way they get over is because this is not 1980 or no more. They don't give a fuck about no bases or nothing shit like that. They just hit them whatever the fuck they want to hit. They don't give a fuck if it's just some motherfucker. A park. They don't give a fuck if it's some people dancing. They don't care no more.
See,
wherever it's at, wherever the most people at, they gonna go there and blow the fucking shit up. See, even if it's what we call soft joints.
Yeah,
soft targets.
But see, that's the deal with them. It's when you got groups like that, these groups we're talking about, ain't no rules with them. Now, see, when you a state or country, whatever they call it a state too. When you a state, you got rules of engagement. You just don't run up in a motherfucker. You gonna tell a motherfucker, I'm gonna give you 20, I'm gonna give you 48 hours. All y'all better get out of town because we're gonna drop 100 bombs on your ass.
ASAP.
And you let them know. Just like, remember when we ran up in Iraq, we let them know we coming. Ain't shit you can do when we get there, but we coming. You got time to get out of there. You don't go, that's your ass. We went up in Iraq both times. We went up in Kuwait. All of these people, when you are a country or government, if you will, there are rules of engagement. You know, you got the Geneva Conventions and all these other accords and shit that you just don't do shit like that. But when you got people like Al Qaeda, you got people like ISIS and Hamas and so on and so forth. They don't got no rules. They don't have to abide by the rules. But even when we go after motherfuckers like that, we still gotta. If our military go after, we still gotta abide by the rules that they don't gotta abide by. Or what's gonna happen? You can get brought up on war crimes.
Yeah, true.
So that's
true.
It's a fucked up. It's messed up all the way around.
That's why I say, like, terrorists is not like a boogeyman, right?
Yeah.
It's like a motherfucker that's saying, fuck it. Fuck life, fuck everything. I'm doing it for the cause.
Right.
So they'll die. They don't care.
Jihad.
Just to fucking do what has been told them to do. All right, round up those kids out there dancing. Get them.
You gonna go to a dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let them catch you. If they catch you, you kill yourself. You're a martyr after that.
Like the shit, the killing at the music festival. You killed all the people at that music festival. Okay, same thing went on in this country. When that dumb motherfucker in Las Vegas stood up in that window and shot them 500 people at that music festival, that country music festival in Las Vegas. Same shit. So he's as much of a terrorist as them.
True. Well, hold on. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna listen to Biden address this situation. Now,
and I got something to say.
I was about to say that too.
The White House confirms Americans are likely among the hostages taken by Hamas militants. White House spokesperson John Kirby getting emotional during an interview discussing the images coming out of Israel.
Check us out. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. We everywhere.
Sorry, it's very, excuse me, very difficult to look at these images.
President Biden will speak this afternoon about the conflict as lawmakers respond with condemnation and pledges of support. Senator Lindsey Graham even threatening to target Iran's oil infrastructure in retaliation for Iran's funding of Hamas.
For every Israeli or American hostage executed by Hamas, we should take down an Iranian oil refinery.
See, you ready to go straight
now.
Iran.
Me personally,
the only way you're going to keep this war from.
I got itchy feeling that this is more China funding them than anything, right? Because when you think about it, what he said, Palestine and India, it's like it's no way possible that those countries can pull things over on America, where they can. They can't do that.
How 9/11 happened?
Huh?
How did 9/11 happen?
No, I'm talking about in general.
Look, them people over there, Iran, Iraq. Well, fuck Iraq, Iran for one. It's a known fact that they've been backing Hamas since it's been Hamas. And it ain't hard for them to plan in secret because you just ain't getting up in. It's some countries over there you just ain't getting up in there running around freely, and it's hard to get CIA or Mossad assets over there in there. So if you got a government that's backing these people, and they doing some secret underground shit where evidently the United States, Israel, Great Britain, Germany, so on and so forth, ain't got no, somewhere along the line, y'all ain't got nobody in some places that you should have to getting intelligence. And that's going to come back to people like Tommy Tuberville. Because it's people like him who are holding up nominations and military appointments and other kind of appointments that these people, you would have some people over here where they supposed to be. It's a lot of people that ain't in jobs doing what they supposed to do. You holding up people in the CIA, the FBI, and military intelligence everywhere. And there's one main motherfucker right now that's doing it, Tommy Tuberville. And let's not forget that back in 2017, y'all mad Trump, and we know this for a fact, he gave Putin intelligence that we had on Israel. And it's already suspected, it was suspected then that if Trump gave Putin intelligence that had to do with Iran, how long would it be before it got into the hands of Israel? How long would it get before it got into the hands of Iran? So we don't know if that shit started the ball rolling on this attack.
True. Let's see what Biden got to say.
With this weekend. The bloody hands of the terrorist organization Hamas, a group whose stated purpose for being is to kill Jews. This is an act of sheer evil. More than 1,000 civilians slaughtered, not just killed, slaughtered in Israel. Among them, at least 14 American citizens killed. Parents butchered using their bodies to try to protect their children. Stomach-turning reports of babies being killed. Entire families slain. Young people massacred while attending a musical festival to celebrate peace. Celebrate peace. Women raped, assaulted, paraded as trophies. Families hid their fear for hours and hours, desperately trying to keep their children quiet to avoid drawing attention. And thousands of wounded, alive but carrying with them the bullet holes and the shrapnel wounds and the memory of what they endured. You all know these traumas never go away. There's still so many families desperately waiting to hear the fate of their loved ones, not knowing if they're alive or dead or hostages. Infants in their mother's arms, grandparents in wheelchairs, Holocaust survivors abducted and held hostage. Hostages whom Hamas has now threatened to execute in violation of every code of human morality. It's abhorrent. The brutality of Hamas, these bloodthirstiness brings to mind the worst rampages of ISIS. This is terrorism.
This October 10th and 11th.
But sadly, for the Jewish people, it's not new. This attack has brought to the surface painful memories and the scars left by a millennia of anti-Semitism and genocide of the Jewish people. So in this moment, we must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. We will make sure Israel has what it needs to take care of its citizens, defend itself, and respond to this attack. There's
Oh no. He said we stand with Israel. So what's your whole point? What's your whole idea? How you feel about standing with Israel? Are we with that or against that? What's that?
Always did. That was never going to change.
Huh?
That was never going to change. This country is always going to be with Israel, no matter what. Ever since Israel was 50-something days was recognized as a state, as a country. So Israel and the United States is tight. They tighter than two small pantyhose. So it's all that's always going to be that way. It's never going to change. It's never going to change. That's why nobody really, if it wasn't for the United States, Israel would have been wiped off the map a long time ago. If it wasn't for us, and mainly us, because you got one Jewish country sitting there in the middle, surrounded by a bunch of other Muslim countries. All the other countries in that region are Muslim countries, and you got this one Jewish country in there, and they don't want Israel there. And they made it known. Hamas, Iran, and several other people in the region has made it known that they don't want Israel there, and they want to blow Israel off the map.
My thing is, how much space can it really be, right? That you'll risk the rest of the whole country for this little piece of land, for them to get murdered, killed, raped, just for a little piece of it. So what is that then? The thing is, the piece of land that it is on is holy and sacred.
Yes, it is.
That's the real part of this.
Israel feel that it's theirs. The other people feel that it's theirs.
And it ain't about no motherfucking war against people. It's gonna always go on because two people think different about this same area of space.
Go back, pick up your Bible, read the book of Genesis, and you will find out where all this started. Who gave who the land? I ain't gonna spoil the story for you, bro. Who gave the land? And some people think that the land was given back, and some people think that the land is still theirs.
But at the same time, for example, Kanye West, when he was top of his lungs at the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is a deep, deep thing going on. This is deep, right? You got to know your details. You got to know what's going on with the Israel, Gaza. That is absurd shit that's deep. And it ain't about war against war. It ain't about army against army. That's a whole section of land that's holy and sacred to certain people and a different look at it to other people. And it got to be solved some kind of way.
Look, the United States has been pushing for a two-state solution. It's on.
Yeah.
They've been pushing for a two-state solution. But I ain't gonna talk about it. I don't know if it's one side. I know the people in Palestine ain't going for no two-state solution. I don't think Israel is going for a two-state solution. But they've tried, that's what they're pushing for. But some kind of way, and it might take to the fifth of forever for it to happen. Some kind of way, you got to figure something out. But we don't.
My problem is, I got a whole lot of problem with this, but my problem is first, when America backed stuff like this, right? Only solely because, I guess because it's Israel, and you blindly just backing Israel. Like, that's the part that really throws me off. Now, second of all, Hamas is just a terrorist joint. You ain't negotiating, you ain't talking to them at all. That's irrelevant. But I think Israel make this shit a problem, man, because they always itching up and taking spaces and taking more and more than what they're allowed because they more pop. They got army. They got, you know what I'm saying, more organized. Their shit is more organized. Hamas is more of a terrorist organization where it's not organized like we go to army, like we sign up to go to army. So it's organized. Theirs not really organized. They going off faithful people, live or die is what they're in it for their faith. It's not about the land and who living where. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a tough thing to get out of, bro.
This is the deal over there. This is the deal over there. You got the settlements. You got the people that settled in Gaza. You got them. They want to stay there. They think that's their land. Whatever. Israelites being on. No, that's belong to us. But then you got people. You got Israel that's surrounded by all countries over there are hostile. Everything in that region is hostile towards Israel, partly because it's religion plays a part. You got all Muslim countries. You got this one Jewish country, and the Muslim countries don't like the Jewish country. Okay, now you got Palestinians are all the time. This wasn't the first time. This wasn't the first time they fired all them rockets over there. Well, this is the first time they did it to this magnitude. But they always firing shit into Israel.
No, this is more slick. What's those little hang gliding joints, bro?
Like I said, this was on another scale. What happened this weekend was on another scale. This was larger than anything.
Well, my problem is just another problem I got with Israel. This is a problem that's never going away. These people are religious organizations, right? This is their goal. This is what they're going to do all the time. They can take 6 months off, a year off, but this is their goal. My thing is, why we sleep in Israel?
Because, I mean...
It should be a constant thing where you constantly waiting for this.
But it's...
Not sleep, oh, yeah, there ain't nothing happening in 6 months. Hey, we feel good now.
Yeah, but...
Nice life. Boom! Everything blown the fuck up.
It's always somebody firing. It's usually Palestine that firing rockets and shit into Israel. They'll fire a rocket or two, rocket or 2 or 10. But see, this is the thing in that region that really got the other motherfuckers. It was 2 things. One, Israel has the backing of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet, the United States. So Israel feels as though sometimes, and a lot of people that even support Israel feel as though, and just as you said, sometimes Israel overstep their bounds on some of the shit that they do, and they feel like they do it because
because America going back to nonsense.
Right, like
and I feel like America back them blindly, no matter what.
Two, Israel got nukes and the rest of the motherfuckers don't.
True. But like you just seen Biden saying, we are with Israel.
Yeah.
Nigga, do you know what the fuck is happening over there? Why are you just gonna back these clowns up just to back them up?
But it always,
I don't like
for
that.
Whatever reason it is, and we can get into the reasons or whatever, but for the reasons they are, this country and the other countries that's aligned with us back the little small country in the middle of all the Muslim countries that they're trying to kill them people. Look, if they did not have the protection of the United States and other countries, Israel would have been gone a long time ago. Them people surrounding Israel would have invaded Israel on all sides and killed every Jew in there. You would have a situation over there that would have been worse than the Holocaust. If they did not have the protection of the United States and other Western countries, being as though they're surrounded by Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Iran, they would have.
I see where you come from. I know what you're saying.
Closed in, and you would not have Israel. You would not. It would not be an Israel, and it would have been led by, Russia and Iran.
I know what you're saying. It's almost the equivalent of LA saying they not with America no more, right? It's just that small little part of the whole joint.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like, if everybody was on the same page, you could really be blown the fuck up out of there. For real. I know what you're saying, yeah. Because everybody's not on that terrorist shit.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's why you survive, for real.
Yeah.
But let's say if you had somebody spokesman, like a Trump or Muhammad Ali or MLK, somebody that captures the amount of people. And I know I just said Trump. But you can't deny he captures a lot of people. This is when he first ran. Where you capture a lot of people in one section of the United States, you know what I'm saying? Where you can manipulate them. You know what I'm saying? So just like Trump, where he can manipulate certain people of the section of the population, it's the same thing with when you get to Israel, Hamas, you could manipulate certain sections of the population. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to do that.
Right, but people gotta understand this too. Is the bond is never gonna break, because for one, Israel's an ally. It's a strategic ally in that region. Because if anything ever broke out in that region, there's not a country over there that the United States could set up a base but Israel. So when we go to war, Israel's ally, they send people. Might send 10, 20 people.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But they just there though. They there.
But you best believe that we got missiles in Israel.
Yeah. The whole point is the give and take. The give and take.
A lot of places. So
that's why most of the support from Biden and the administration is because of that situation, certain situations flowing through that country and putting up bases in that country so you can set up and look throughout the Middle East and shit like that. It's huge. So I get it. It ain't just like Netanyahu, whoever his fucking name is.
Actually, both countries need each other.
Exactly.
Because without the United States, Israel wouldn't exist. And plus, it's another fact that a lot of Jewish Americans, a lot of Americans that happen to be of the Jewish faith live in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a complex relationship, but nevertheless, it's a relationship that's never going to change. And if people think it's ever going to change, because it's been this way between Republican, Democratic, Federalists, whoever the fuck was in the White House at the time, it always been this way. And it wasn't. You can't name a president that didn't protect Israel at all costs, except for maybe Trump to a certain extent, because he the one that wanted. He really campaigned on cutting them off, and they were like, "No, you can't do that," because the minute is not a United States backing Israel, there's no Israel, and bump that.
True. So anybody following this story right now is going to get heated. This is just the beginning of this shit right here.
Yeah, and
it's just, man, to me, you really never can end it, because everybody around there is you Israel in the middle of somewhere where everybody believe one thing and you just in the way. Look, it's just like, why you here type shit.
You got Israel is surrounded on all sides. All around it,
exactly,
by countries that are hostile to Israel, and plus,
that's tough.
And the administration Biden administration was in the midst of negotiating a peace deal or some kind of deal. I guess it was a peace deal or some kind of accord between Israel and Saudi Arabia. Now, what does this attack do? This shit put that on hold, because once you get Israel and the Saudis and where they're talking, and see then you moving on, you bringing in another country here, or somebody here would want to talk to Israel, and Israel might, it's like, look, then that's when you get to the point where everybody making money, which is the point of all of it any fucking way. Where everybody making money, and that's gonna get further along the peace process over there. And some people over there that don't want no kind of peace in that region at all, from whether they got something to do with it or not. They just want Israel to burn, and they'll do anything to achieve that point.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just, that's something that's really, if you don't come to the table, it's just tough. The way they positioned there, and it's just, that's a tough one, bro.
Yeah. So before we move on, I said I had something I had to get off my chest. We're gonna talk about a couple of lying pieces of shit, because in the midst of all this, and we saw on TV what was going on. We saw bombing live. We even showed where the reporters was diving for cover. I watched the beginning of The View. They talking to the reporter. This mofo, they bombs. They get out of the way. You got to go. But I want to talk about people like Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, countless Republicans that want to push this narrative or push this story or push this lie, basically, that the Biden administration gave Hamas or Iran $6 billion, and they used that to fund the attack. First of all, that deal just went down a couple of weeks ago. There ain't no fucking way you was going to set up something that quick. This shit been in the planning for a minute. Now, for the people who don't understand or don't know what's going on, yes, when to get the deal to get the hostages freed, the Americans freed and brought home, the Biden administration unfroze $6 billion, and I believe it was oil revenues, oil assets, or some shit like that that they made this from. It wasn't American money, as some people try to say. It was their own money. He just unfroze it, but he just didn't unfreeze it for any use. The money, the $6 billion that they're talking about, is still sitting in a bank, and it's under U.S. Treasury oversight, and it can only be spent on food, medical supplies, and stuff that the people over there need. And not a dime has been given up yet. Every dime of that $6 billion is still sitting in that bank. And if you spend any dime of it, you spend one penny of it, we'll know where every penny of that money goes. Then you got people like Tim Scott, and Nikki Haley, who went on TV and perpetrated this lie and sit there, and even Fox News told them that is not the case. That money is still sitting in that bank over there in that country, and it's not even in Iran. And it's under U.S. oversight, and they cannot spend a dime of it, and a dime of it hasn't been released yet. But yet they still go on TV and perpetrate this lie, and people believe this shit. Look, people, as we tell y'all every week, do research. You know, I ain't saying you got to believe what I say, but also don't believe everything that come out their mouth, because you watching people get slaughtered on TV. You seeing children and babies killed. Women are raped, killed. You've seen people getting kidnapped, people shot down. People have been been bombarded with all kinds of missiles and rockets and shit. And they ain't even buried these people. They ain't even found some of the people. They looking for people. You got American hostages over there, and you got American victims over there. And these people over here telling lies for political gain.
Man, it's so bad. My man was going over that joint. He had a triple going over that joint. I think 13th or some shit. Where him and his wife go over that joint. They go over there every year. And when he told me that, just before this shit, when he went down, I was like, bro, you tripping going over there. Anybody would say you that shit, your first reaction is, bro, what you fucking go over there for? Go get blown the fuck up over that joint, yeah?
Because I was looking online. I didn't know that Cory Booker, senator from New Jersey, he was over there when the shit happened. He had to take cover. I think he was in a hotel or something, and they rushed him down in a stairwell somewhere.
I think a lot of people was over that joint.
A lot of people over there.
That joint was like when you set it up like that, they outsmart motherfuckers. They go to college. They got all this money. They letting these niggas outsmart them, and they ain't do none of that. They just fucking hood ass niggas like us.
Right.
Just outsmarting them, bro.
It's look.
Some wild shit.
If in the army, I guess that's what you call tactical warfare. You got a plan. You gonna do this, you gonna do that, we're gonna do it this way, we can't do this, you can only do it this way, we gotta say this, do this, we can't torture a mofo, we can't cut their head off, we can't do nothing. But then when you got people that practice guerrilla warfare, where anything goes, in their mind,
guerrilla warfare, yeah.
In their mind, anything goes. So since anything goes in their mind, they doing it all. Because imagine what would happen if the United States military went somewhere in this world and was chopping the heads off of babies. Can you imagine what the fuck? I mean, and we had people, I think it was somewhere overseas, was it Kuwait or one of them countries over there, where where a soldier went berserk and just killing motherfuckers. They brought him up on war crimes. So
I'm thinking overall, like when Biden jumped in, I'm just thinking, it ain't but so much you can do, right? One, you can just send them motherfucking ammo, whatever the fuck, but you can't really get involved in that. You can't stop none of that shit. They gotta know what's going on over there. That's where they live at. They know where these people at. They gotta do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And second, Hamas is terrorists. They just like niggas like us, just nigga in the hoods type ass niggas that's willing to put their life on the line for the cause. That's just the bottom line. There's no strategy to what they're doing. You can't find them in some ways, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just do that and they go back to work. They go back to their normal life. They just normal people around these people, bruh. It's the funniest shit. And you can't defend that.
This is the deal. Israel don't have no bullshit military. Israel got a nice military. They got air power, they got ground power. Believe me, the United States and Israel are so close. You best believe that Israel got, if not all, they got a lot of what we got. Because Israeli troops come over and train in the United States.
None of that's all irrelevant.
No, I'm saying.
Like, if you train all day for 6 months to drive tanks.
Yeah, but
right?
The point is this.
Before you get in the tank, a nigga come through with a motherfucking, just a little motorcycle, a little moped, and just light your ass up. After you went through all that training, he just woke up this morning and was told to ride his fucking bike and light your ass up.
Right.
He ain't learn nothing. He ain't go to no 6 months training. He ain't do shit.
No, but the point is
It's some simple shit.
This is the point. The United States, where this is concerned, and with who they fighting right now, the United States don't really have to get involved, because Israel is capable of going up in.
Why are they involved in?
They're not involved. We involved to a certain extent.
He just said America is behind Israel.
We are behind Israel. We got what he said. We got their back. That's why he said. That's why he said. Anybody or any country or anybody who thinks they're going to take advantage of this situation,
exactly,
and basically jump in, he said, "Don't do it. You thinking about it? Don't do it."
True.
We. As to the extent that we back in Israel, we don't have no troops on the ground yet. We sent a couple of warships over there, because if somebody is basically,
we in the water now.
Yeah, because
so we doing something.
So if a motherfucker outside of Hamas want to jump in it, that's your ass, because it's only like might be like 3 billion, if that. 3 billion Israel is a real small country. So,
but my only problem is my third problem overall, right? Is what happened in Israel, and our condolences go out to everybody, all the families that was touched by the situation, right? But is that situation worse? What's going on in Haiti?
I don't think it's worse than what's going on. Well, to a certain extent, no, I don't think it's worse than what's going on in Haiti, dude.
I'm saying this whole time, I need something done in Haiti, and I know if something happened in all these other fucking wild ass countries, your ass will be home. Here it is, Israel.
Yeah, but
they get terrorist attack, and guess what? You stop what you're doing. I guarantee you, what's today? Wednesday? About to be Wednesday, Thursday. There's going to start being bills being passed to do shit.
Hell yeah.
I don't like that. We still got Haiti people over there suffering. Kids getting murdered, raped, just like you motherfuckers just told us about Israel. And we ain't move a ding. We ain't do shit. We ain't get on TV and say, guess what? We behind Haiti people. I ain't hear that.
You know why?
Bitch ass nigga.
Because right or wrong, we have more interest in Israel than we do in Haiti.
Not good for me.
I mean,
I'm not.
And the relationship is and always has been. If anything goes down in Israel, we got their back. That's not the same relationship as Haiti. Now I agree with you. Something need to be done in Haiti. Somebody need to do something over in Haiti to get that shit under control.
Now, ever since Biden been president, most of the shit he had reached out and done on his own was shit that I agree with. But I've always been telling you since the beginning that this Haiti thing is an issue. And the fact that every time we podcast and there's nothing being done towards that is an issue. Now, all of a sudden, now we're going to move heaven and earth for Israel. I'm not feeling that. And I need to know more. What are you doing with motherfucking Haiti, bro? Before you pass, I bet now tomorrow, Monday, and any of these days, see a fucking bill talk about some Haiti. I mean, Israel.
Oh, please. As soon as a motherfucking get a speaker of the house, they passing a bill.
They ain't got no speaker. Let's get on that. They ain't even have no speaker yet.
As soon as they put somebody in there, they gonna pass a bill to fund Israel and motherfucking the motherfuckers that Russia's fighting.
Now we appreciate everybody, man, that take their time out and listen to us, bro. Facebook, Instagram, wherever you catch us at YouTube, you know what I'm saying? The Hoodviewpolitics, where we give you the politics just from a hood point of view. You know what I'm saying, dog? And as we've been saying, there's a lot going on in Hamas and Israel. But I'm gonna ask you something, right?
Yeah.
When you think of funeral homes, what's your thought overall process of thinking of, to me, like as from a kid growing up, like what do you think of funeral homes? Like me personally, right? When I think of funeral homes, I always try to think of where's all the people? You know what I'm saying? Are they put on top of people? I'm just always confused on how much land is there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I'll be always stuck on like, bruh, is it enough room for you to constantly keep putting bodies in the ground though?
Yeah, because most cemeteries.
Do you think, actually, think about it. This is 2020 something, right? You know how many people died since, let's say, 1960?
Yeah.
You think there's enough room to keep putting people in the ground?
Yeah.
Until when?
Evidently it's been.
You think it'll never end? You think we'll never, you know how many people die a day?
Yeah.
And you think there's enough
it is plenty
earth
put
just
like
to keep putting people in the
like
ground?
This. Put it like this. It is plenty of cemeteries everywhere. What?
I really don't think, I think we've been ran out of grass. Be honest, I think everybody's on top of everybody now. Be honest with you, bro. It's no way possible over centuries now. Let's say 1901 until now. You had enough room to put all these people at?
Because a lot of
I can't imagine that, bro.
In some places that could be the deal.
It's a cemetery that's been around since I was a child. How can you actually still have room in there?
Because
I don't believe you.
Because
I put my grandma in it, my aunt in it. Like all these people in the same joint is like, how y'all still got room?
Where most of my family is buried at.
Exactly. Another person's family and another person's family. It's like, where the fuck is enough room to do this?
They that cemetery that expanded about 30 times. I remember when I was little, that joint wasn't that big, and now it is big as shit. I mean, they knocking down trees and buying up land right and left, and then you still got people out here that's
suspect though. Like, that's suspect.
You got husbands and wives that are buried in one grave on top of each other. They'll dig.
Okay.
They'll dig the
True.
grave. I think 9 feet.
True.
And they're buried.
That's
on
it.
top
Yeah,
of each
people
other.
has to be done like that. Yeah.
So you got people. You got a lot of people that's not buried in the ground, but are buried in mausoleums above the ground. So it's and then you can't forget about it's millions and millions and millions and millions upon millions that people that have been cremated. So you got
now we talking about Colorado, right? Where the police officers went out to a joint they would call these people smelling bad smells, right? They go to a funeral home and they found at least 115 bodies. 115 bodies, bruh.
Yeah,
not even under the ground, just
dead. I mean,
oh my god, like,
I just seen a joint on the news the other day with somebody, they buried folks in the wrong grave.
I heard about that before too.
Yeah,
I think that right there is a serious industry. They have to be monitored by the government. That's me personally. Like, no, I'm talking really monitored.
Yeah,
like bodies, you got bodies.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. People have died, nigga, and this guy has some accountability to it, bro. You can't just be, damn, that funeral home I built a funeral, like, I can go out there and build a funeral home right now and start accepting bodies. See what I'm saying? It's like somebody got to have some accountability where these bodies are.
It ain't that easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
nigga.
You gotta to deal with dead bodies, and especially the buried dead bodies, the buried humans. You gotta go through some shit. It's all kind of licensing and all kind of, like, you cannot bury someone just anywhere. Like if say somebody in your family passed and you say fuck it, I'm gonna bury him in the backyard. Now you can't do that. So it's rules and regulations. Yeah. But you got, just like anything else, you got some crooked motherfuckers that don't follow the rules. And these probably, I can't think of a reason why you got
115 bodies. Like,
right, I can't think
that mean you doing something slick. You know, it's like, how you even back up like that?
I can tell you, like
115 people, you backed up. I think these people already had their funerals, bro.
I can think.
There's no way possible.
I can think of a reason, and it's not.
It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful too.
But it's not far fetched, because we know, or some people know, that it's an underground industry, that a black market for body parts.
Okay.
So you don't know that a motherfucker could be selling livers, kidneys, whatever the fuck.
True.
You know, because
this can be all this shit can be sent to a whole nother country.
Because
and never think of nothing else about it.
Because they probably got them in there, and they probably I bet a lot of them that they found wasn't embalmed.
Yeah.
So if they wasn't embalmed. So if they wasn't embalmed, you can harvest. It's a possibility. You can harvest some body parts, some parts of the body.
That's my point. Is like, why would you have that many bodies? Not like, I know they had their funerals by now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't know. I mean, it's so much shit that could go on, because you could have had a perfectly good body that you wanted to do whatever with, and you could have, a motherfucker could have came in there and been mangled and had a closed casket service, and you just threw another one of them bodies in there to get rid of it. It's a lot of wild shit. It's a lot of wild shit that go on. So,
but I just never imagined that. You never thinking that. It was like, damn.
Because that ain't the first time that this shit they done went into a funeral home and found all kind of bodies.
Yeah, it's like, I just think it should be way more stricter monitoring, because just like somebody get killed, right? You tape this thing off and everything is, you know what I'm saying? It should be all the way to the funeral too. It's like, You gotta watch these bodies. Like the family is at home mourning and crying. They don't know what the funeral people doing with the body. You know what I'm saying?
I buried my grandfather.
Shit's crazy, bro.
I up until the funeral, I knew everything that went on, and we got there to examine like the night before. They brought us in and checked everything out, so we knew it is. Some people, like when people grieving, it is just some sorry no count people out here that will take advantage of people in their grief. Because when people grieving, you can, some people you can pull off anything.
Bruh, I think that same thing about motherfuckers that get up there faking like they preaching when somebody dead or singing and shit like that. It's like you taking advantage of these people griefs, bro. Because you don't give a fuck about what you saying out your mouth or singing right now. You trying to hurry up and go to the next party for real. Like, I don't like that shit, bro. It's like, if you don't have a funeral home, if you say, all right, I'm gonna have my own funeral home, you should care about people in general. You can't just have somebody, a dead body in there, and you don't give a fuck what's happening back there. You don't give a fuck how this thing go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man.
That's why when just like anything else, you gotta go to reputable people, and you gotta know who you're dealing with. This is like any other business, True. Because
that's what I'm saying. When people do,
you got some shiesty motherfuckers out here.
When people deal with motherfucking joints, like they're not expecting to get fucked. You see what I'm saying? They're not thinking that.
Like I say, when people are grieving,
exactly. You're not thinking about the funeral about fuck you.
Yeah, some people play on that. Some people play on
heartless motherfuckers.
And
I think most motherfuckers that run funeral homes are heartless pig ass bitches.
Like
I don't give a fuck. It's your time is up.
This is a situation that happened to me.
You send your body outside. Now what? The next
situation. This one I was working at Smithfield about a year then, I think.
Speaking of Smithfield,
I was working in there a year, and it was a fire. Fire at my house. I was in the Palm Park then. The whole house burnt up. So I got home. I got the call. I got home, left work, and boom, I was outside. The fire probably was still there, and you got ambulance chasers in all kind of business. So it was like this insurance adjuster. So he found out who owned the house, then he went and pushed up on my grandfather, like, hey, I can do this, you can do this, I'm the insurance adjuster. Then he had him sign something at the time. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, so I didn't know. So my sister, like, she's like, Tom, dude over here had daddy sign something. So I went up, who the fuck is you? He's like, I'm from such and such and such and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what the fuck you had him sign? I was about to beat dude ass right then. I was already pissed off because of my crib. And this motherfucker sitting there playing on his old man emotions and shit, and telling them some shit that, that he can do that he wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And so, like I told him, I took the paper, ripped it up, and I was like, if you want to talk to somebody, you want to talk to me. And, I'm like, if anybody, any insurance people, whatever, you going through me. So he's like, you said something about I come out and talk to you. I told him, yeah, I talked to you. Motherfucker, you pulled some rotten shit off the break, so you cut. I don't even want to hear from you.
Yeah, basically.
But you got people like that in all kind of businesses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not expecting it when your people's died.
Right, and this motherfucker was black.
And they trying to get you the whole time.
Yeah, so I was doubly pissed off. So I'm like, nigga, you gonna try this? You don't know who the fuck you think you need.
Crazy.
Yeah, so you gotta, people out there, y'all out there watching. Hey, y'all, it's some shiesty mofos out here.
Don't trust a soul.
Don't trust shit.
Especially George Santos.
Oh man.
Hey, bro. Now we already showed y'all about George Santos before when he dressed up like a girl.
Like a woman.
Now,
like a homosexual.
The man is charged with conspiracy, wire fraud, credit card fraud. This
motherfucker.
Bro, I'm convinced. First of all, he's not even supposed to be in the Senate in Congress. So he lied about everything to get him in there. You know what I'm saying? He was a motherfucker that everybody balanced some little bit on that motherfucking what's his name to try to get a job, but just to make up some shit like you some shit that you're not even there. Like, no, bro, you can't do that.
This motherfucker was stealing the information and the identities of the people that was donating to his campaign.
Not good.
And running up shit on their credit card.
10 new charges.
Come on. And this is my problem with Republicans. Look, at some point you got to stand for something. Y'all
15,000.
Y'all want some power or hold on to what power you think you got so bad that you will put up with this crook.
He pleaded not guilty.
You will put up with a crook like Santos, a crook like Trump, a crook like name them. You got so many crooked people. Clarence Thomas is crooked as hell. You got all of these crooked people, and y'all don't. Dude, the worst thing you can do as a politician is steal from your donors, steal from your constituency. And then y'all put up with this dude, and y'all worrying about Hunter Biden in a goddamn didn't put he was a drug addict on a gun form.
Crazy.
On a gun application.
And at the same time they trying to impeach somebody, they don't even have a speaker.
Right.
It's the stupidest shit.
And you trying to impeach somebody just because he's staying beside his son who had problems.
And Santos was suspended. And he pleaded not guilty.
Right. And you got this cross-dressing thief.
He's cross-dressing too. Yeah. He got away with that shit. He definitely cross-dressed.
You got a cross-dressing crook.
Hell yeah.
Even, come on, Mitt Romney, like, man, this motherfucker got to go. And y'all like, man, well, we need his vote.
Told you can do almost anything in Republican will keep you around as long as you vote.
Long as you can help the cause, it don't matter what you do. It don't matter how many women you done violated, beat on, raped. It don't matter what you done to kids. It don't matter what you done stole from your constituency. It don't matter how many nuclear secrets you done took home. It don't matter.
It really don't.
It doesn't matter. Come on. And President Biden just sat down over 2 days and talking with the feds over the shit he took home.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't cussing and fussing and fighting and threatening everybody like some ex-president I know.
Now, before we get out of here, though, it's something everybody need to know.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm growing up, man, I always hear, I ain't watched my grandfather used to watch Meet the Press a lot, right? But I ain't paying no fucking attention to it at all. It was just on. And you see the same person face every week. It's Meet the Press. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just, I just felt like as watching it with my grandfather, I felt like this must be real important shit here. This is important time when when Meet the Press come on, that's important. You know what I'm saying? You get that vibe from it. Even if from a childhood when you ain't think about politics, you get a vibe from Meet the Press and shit. So all the time I watched it, I have a noon of it. It was Tim Russell.
Yeah, that's when I started watching.
Then I think it fell off since then. Now I get what's his name?
I agree. It ain't been the same.
They put
David Gregory was some shit.
David Gregory, that was a waste of time. I don't know why they did that.
David Gregory.
And then they put
Chuck Todd.
He is not good enough. First of all, he's not confrontational. He not slick with his trying to catch you into some shit and just give you some questions and just to fill you through and just clip your ass up later. He has none of that.
No.
It's just like he's just there. No, he's not good enough to be there. No.
I always thought
he'll never confront nobody the whole time.
When Luke was at NBC doing the news and he worked his way out all the way up to Capitol Hill correspondent. I thought there was grooming Luke for it eventually. When Luke said, "Nah, this ain't what I want to do." So he doing some other shit.
So much son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke Russell. But like she
So now, so what we do is point out a lot of black ladies and a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But Christina Welker is now the new host of Meet the Press, baby. Now, she is not only the first black person to even do this shit, she's the first black woman.
Yeah.
So she just, I do believe this is a good move. I do really believe it's trying to change it up from that white man type shit. But when you think about it, she is a good choice for it too. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it should have been it before Chuck Todd, for real. She literally fits it.
She good. Listen, mother.
All right, name somebody. You know, if you say the only person you could even say that can compete with her with this particular Meet the Press is
Hallie Jackson can do it.
Oh my God, no.
Yes.
We talk about political Meet the Press type shit.
Yeah.
Hallie Jackson.
Mitchell can't do it.
And that's the only person.
No.
Exactly. She too old.
She is.
Literally off the whole roster. No. This is the lady they're supposed to pick.
Yeah. I mean, she's a good choice. I ain't saying she ain't a good choice, but as far as women go, yeah, it was some other women in there too, but she.
Yeah, think about it. She really gets it in.
Yeah, but she deserved it. But they did.
Remember, they
say she went a little. They did get mad at her. They say she went a little weak on Trump.
Shit. Yeah, Trump, it's hard to pin him down with too much shit because that nigga.
Yeah, that motherfucker crazy.
He can just straight lie.
But
and interrupt you when you trying to clean him up.
But see, the thing about Meet the Press is
it's really important.
Everybody trying to live up to the standard that Tim Russell set, and you can't do what Tim Russell did. You got to make this joint your own, and if you don't make it your own, you're gonna keep trying to be what Tim Russell was, and it ain't another Tim.
I really think if she get on Meet the Press, she gonna be aggressive. I just think she gonna be aggressive. Because most of the time it's going to be Republicans, independents around her. And I really think she's going to be aggressive with that shit.
I don't know, because you don't Meet the Press. Meet the Press is just like any other MSNBC show. You don't get too
but see, that's NBC. That's more of a nationwide thing. That's not MSNBC.
That's the only national show. Yeah, all of them national shows, but that's the only political show on the network.
Exactly.
But you get
it's a different audience.
You get a little more. You get a little more than you do. A little more Republicans than you do on the weekday shows. Yeah. But you ain't gonna get. Put it like this: what you gonna get there as far as Republican goes, and what you gonna get on Fox News Sunday is a hell of a difference. And just like on ABC, this week Christie stay on that joint, but. Republicans only go to places that's really friendly, where they're going to get softball questions and they ain't going to get pushed on the dumb shit they do. So that's why I say she gonna have to be hard, she gonna have to be firm, but she gonna have to make it her own too. And
you gotta be aggressive. I mean, when I say aggressive, meaning put people on the spot. Don't let them come in with the talking points. Don't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Chris Matthews was the number one number one motherfucker. Like, if she was to look at him, and she used to be on his show, she used to be on Morning Joe. She used to be. That's why I feel like she's a perfect fit, because she used to be on everything. She's been on all shows. She sat in for Morning Joe. She sat in for motherfucking Chris Matthews. You feel me?
But just they got a black chick.
She
on,
perfect.
Matter of fact, they got 2 black chicks on CNN at night. But the second one, the skinny one, I think, the skinnier one, she don't take no shit off of nobody. She be on that joint getting in asses. I'm like, God damn, girl, I forgot her name too.
And where's Chuck Todd going? What's happening here? What's wrong with him?
Chuck Todd gonna do the shit like specials and shit.
He going back to the just regular shit.
He gonna be doing shit like news specials, or he probably like covering elections and shit. He just ain't gonna do the.
Now everybody know Christine Walker was the chief correspondent, White House correspondent. So she been around. She a perfect plug. Oh, so he had a farewell joint?
A what?
A farewell announcement or something. Chuck Todd.
Yeah, he already gone. He was at the beginning of September.
What did he say was the reason for leaving?
He said he was doing other things. He's like, I'm still gonna be around, but I'm gonna be doing other things. He'll be doing stuff like that. I said like specials and probably shit for Dateline and covering elections and shit like that.
First black journalist to host the show. Wow.
Oh hell yeah.
Shouts out to Christine Walker for sure. Man, when we do this politics, bro, there's a lot of things that really touch me. And you know one of them is the black ladies, their accomplishments, black people, the laws that impede or help us. You know what I'm saying? I just like podcasting to get to the bottom line of a lot of shit that help black culture. You know what I'm saying? And I just love doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? You got some say we got it?
No, stay the fuck out of Florida.
That would help. You know what I'm saying? When we still don't have a speaker, that's a problem.
We'll get one. We'll get one in the next.
Cannot keep functioning without one of those.
We'll get one.
But Republicans don't give a fuck if you get another one now.
We'll get one maybe this week or early next week. They were supposed to have some kind of fucking like debate thing or forum something on Fox News, but they canceled that shit. And now,
I think Chuck Todd was one of the worst hires. He was not supposed to be in the media press, bro.
I don't think he was better than.
If anything,
than motherfucking David Gregory.
If my man was, he ain't better than that. But if my man was leaving, you might well just put him on Meet the Press. But he had his own show that was better though. So I don't know. That's tough. I wonder where he at now. He can't come back and do some shit like. Where's this nigga at? Chris Matthews.
Chris Matthews retired. He just come on. He be on Morning Joe sometimes.
Morning Joe. I ain't seen him in years.
He on that joint all the time.
Probably itching to come back.
He was on there last week, I think.
He can come on now and
matter of fact, he was on there. He was on there.
He didn't get his man.
He was on there the day after McCarthy got voted out.
Show people the real way to do this shit, bro.
Yeah,
been missing that shit, yeah.
Yeah, when shit go down like that, they call Chris Matthews
beast, bro.
Shit.
Oh yeah, that's enough problem though.
You know, he
appreciate everybody though, man. Take the time.
His wife still doing
on what? Yeah, she was. Nah, she's not in the face, showing her face too much no more. Nah. I think she behind the scenes now.
No, his wife was.
She producing.
No, his wife was Kathleen Matthews on Channel 7.
Yeah, she producing that.
Now after she was.
I think she left the camera for him.
She was running for office in Maryland. She was running for Senate, I think. She was running for Senate or Congress, one of them two. And
she rolled out with the limelight before he did. Yeah. They somewhere living on those $1 million cushions. You know?
Yeah, he's still in a hurry.
Each and every Tuesday is Hoodviewpolitics, and we come to you with the politics from deep where you don't know never heard of none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? We give you our opinions on politics from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And our hearts go out to Israel, and I understand that shit right there. That shit is crazy. We gotta get a hold of the motherfucking hoodlums and gangsters and terrorists that try to just kill innocent people, kids and babies and mamas. That shit got to go, bro. We ain't live by that code right there. That's a beyond the code type shit they doing.
But you know what? It was something else I wanted to bring up real quick about that too. That situation shit. You know, there's a lot of people out here that's, you know, that saying that they support Palestine too, and I think a lot of people got it kind of mixed up and what it means, because a lot of people support the Palestinian people because the Palestinian people are innocent people in this shit too. Because yes, Hamas is their government, but Hamas don't give a fuck about them people. Hamas is using them people, and just got them people out there sitting ducks. Them people it's people over there in Palestine that want to get out of the country, but the only way out of the country, Israel and shut that shit down. And their government or their alleged government, they ain't helping them do shit. They ain't got no water, no electricity, no nothing. And they don't give a fuck about them people. But, I think about the people that's hurting on both sides. But fuck Hamas, because what they did, that shit just wasn't cool.
At all.
What they doing over there, that shit ain't good. No matter how you feel about people of Israel or Jewish people in general, you know what I'm saying? But then you got a lot of anti-Semitic shit going on.
True. YouTube, X,
all of it.
Twitch, holler at your boys, Facebook. Please like, subscribe, follow on all platforms. We here each and every Tuesday night, breaking down the politics as you don't know it. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's what we do. HVP, follow us ASAP. Each and every Tuesday, we'll be back. We might jump in your living room when you don't know and not expect it. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Just might.